on in a flash.
They played the mash.
They played the monster mash.
I'm Luke Summerhaze.
James J. Miles is here.
I'm Andrew Rice.
James the Justice Stewart.
And you're listening to Monster Mash.
This week's episode, we are hunting Amatsu.
A legendary elder dragon spotted on Sacred Pinnacle, an avatar of storms in the folklore of Yakumo village. Amatsu's appearance is accompanied by furious cyclones and horrific storms. Its fearsome power is said to outscale that of natural disasters.
Big ol' flying dragon. Storm dragon, yeah.
This is one for the weebs among the
I mean,
Monster Hunter.
isn't the whole Monster Hunter community weeps?
I mean, there's a bit of that, but like it's vaguely Western fantasy themed.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the dragons are more Western dragons,
Yeah.
but I mean this guy is proper, like Asian dragon, and also it was in a game that was only released in Japan until, which is Monster Hunter Portable 3rd, was where he came in. He was the final boss of that.
Yep.
And then it wasn't until Generations that he came over here.
That's right, because Justin and Andy, you guys hadn't actually fought him until Gen, right?
Correct.
Yep. Correct. As it was only there, like the hunt we just done there, that was the only second time I've ever fought it.
Samesies.
It's a good fight. It is actually, I really like we kicked the arse out of him this time there, but he's got a few
It's
nasty
still put up a
tricks.
bit of a fight at the end, like that laser beam that caught us out.
Yeah, that's his deadliest move. I think the damage that thing was doing was insane.
I mean, those of us south of the border, we were pretty fine with that. We could dodge it.
I just got caught on. I didn't realise the size of the arena, and I think I was running into the wall thinking I was escaping, and I wasn't.
I was going to say, he's got his own unique arena as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's a proper full-on Elder Dragon. And Jay, you were saying on the end of the hunt that it looks like it's near the Misty Peaks,
Yeah,
which I think it canonically is. Yeah, it's like mountain above that.
yeah. Makes sense. Like in terms of like, the locale and the fact that he's around Yukomo Village and everything, which is meant to be.
That was like,
next to
which was the
Misty
full
Peaks.
setting of Portable Sword, yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Because he's the final boss of that game, because that game, I guess, it storms all the way through. And when you finally beat him is when the sun comes out.
Like I get he's meant to like the other kind of Elder Dragon that's kind of similar to him, I suppose, is Kushala, who uses wind and everything as well. But this guy feels like he's more control over the elements than Kushala. Like Kushala's just annoying, like he lands and he'll blow you away. But this guy, actually like pulls you in, fires out like big twisters. Actually,
But then
soars about the sky. Like he actually hovers, isn't he? Like when he's fighting you.
Yeah. Well, he's like
Was that
Storm from
proper
the X-Men
flying
in that
instead of that underground flying?
he doesn't fly at all. It's the wind's holding him up.
I
that
suppose
not-
he is.
is that
He's
not
got
what
the
it's-
fins though to kind of do it.
Is that not what flying is?
Fins don't fly. What?
Yeah,
The
but
fins
normally
would cause the draft to. So technically, if you never had those fins, you wouldn't be able to like use the wind to kind of fly around.
but it's not like flapping like a bird
Yeah.
or whatever to keep itself up or gliding. It's creating storms, which are what's keeping it in the air.
This all sounds a bit like digging in the sky, if you ask me.
He's got like a yellow core like on his chest. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, he looks like the gods from Okami or the spirits from Twilight Princess. Which again goes back into the whole thing that he's very much Japanese and based on like Shintoism and stuff.
Mhm.
Which ties into like the armor as well. All looks really like Japanese and formal. And then he's got like all of his music tracks are quite Japanese, and then he's in the like Yakumo village is like the weeb village in Generations.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Like they're all wearing like doesn't the elder of Yukoma Village is just wearing
It's like a kimono, yeah.
Kimono, yeah.
It's got like the blossoms and stuff, and it's got the music.
I mean, maybe they are just Japanese guys. Maybe they're not actual weebs.
Well, yeah, they're not weebs, but
Yeah.
like it's
You mean,
very deliberately
it
super
sounded
Japanese
like
compared to the rest of Monster
You
Hunter.
sound like the elder was a weeb there. I was getting concerned.
Well, you say that, but Monster Hunter is, for the most part, even in Japanese, the characters will have English names. So, like, within the Monster Hunter world, maybe they are weebs.
Fair enough.
Maybe her real name is just like Susan.
Ohayō, watashi wa Susan-chan. You mentioned his music earlier on. I picked up at the end of the fight as well. It's really cool that that Amatsu's got the unique victory music as well at the end of the fight, when like the sky's clear from like that sinister red and thunderstorm background.
Yeah.
It's like the bright horizon. You got that lovely kind of fanfare playing in the background. Makes
I
it
think
unique.
it's one of the only Elder Dragons that even when you're playing it in Generations, it still feels like you can tell it was a final boss.
I agree with that. It's just the
Well, I know.
locale, like the sky and everything being so sinister.
Yeah. Well, it feels like, because I don't think it's deliberately like destroying the world. It's just everywhere it goes, it creates a storm. So like you can sort of understand why it has to be killed, but it does also feel a bit sad.
Is that not what like most Elder Dragons are about? Like they just create these horrible.
Yeah, but Amatsu just
effects.
does it on like a massive scale, and like it looks like it's just sort of floating there serenely. It reminds me of in the film Logan. Like Professor X isn't out to hurt anyone, but like his power just means that he kills fucking hundreds of people around him. So kind of need to put him down.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I was going to say that film's not that old that we can really talk about that.
It's like a plot point to the whole film.
Gordon as well.
But
Bruce
like,
Willis
just generally,
was a ghost all along.
it's so powerful that its power just means it can't be allowed to exist like near anyone else.
Yeah, I think that's the case with a lot of like the Elder Dragons, is that they're like, this shit is going to fuck shit up. Go kill that shit, and you have to.
And we did, because we're ballers.
Damn right. This guy pretty much is one of like the last monsters you can fight in Gen as well. Like I don't remember if it's him or Alatreon.
He's above Alatreon on the list, and Alatrion's still got a question mark,
When you
whereas
unlock him, like is it
Amatsu's actually got an icon now.
Is like HR like 90? Is that Amatsu or is that Alatreon?
It's pretty high, definitely.
It's one of the last two, I know that much. So it's definitely very much an end game monster in Gen. And
it was like a pretty, like it had some good moves and stuff. It was a proper fight.
yeah, definitely.
It wasn't one of these Elder Dragons where it's just a bit dull and you're hitting it all the time.
Yeah.
Like although we did knock him down quite a lot.
Like what happens when it does that? Like it pulls you in. What happens if you don't knock out of it in time? Can you
I'm
remember?
not actually sure
I'm guessing it'll probably just do a massive attack.
Because I remember we got hit by it and it got like two of us at once the first time we fought the guy.
Apparently it hits you with a tornado afterwards.
Oh, fair enough. Well, it makes sense, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah. But then he also has his beam, which again was very anime.
Yeah, it properly flies up to the sky and like you actually see it powering up as well, like it's a bloody.
Yeah, it's got like the little sphere in front of his face. And
Yeah,
it's
like a bloody energy
rips
wave
the-
from Dragon Ball or something like that.
rips the ground apart wherever it lands as well. It's very cool looking, but
What is it? Being it's quite a Japanese influenced monster, I'm assuming its name means something.
yeah, its name in Japanese is Amatsugamatsuchi, which is a combination of a couple of Japanese words. Amatsu are like the gods of the heavens.
Okay.
So obviously, yeah, it's a flying heavenly god. And then I think it's Gatsu or Atsuchi, or one of those bits means like calamity.
Okay.
So it's just like the calamitous god from the heavens.
To the point, I suppose.
Yep. And then obviously, they didn't think Westerners were going to be saying Amatsugamatsuchi very much, so they made it Amatsu.
Doesn't roll off the tongue very easily, does it?
Is that not the name of like a chiptune band who did like the Scott Pilgrim game?
Might be. What, Amatsu or Amatsugamatsuchi?
The Amatsugamatsuchi bit. No, it's like
It
Amana.
was Sex Bob-omb. That's it.
Yeah, there we go. We are Sex Bomb. It was actually Anamanaguchi, so it was close.
But Amatsu is the name of a type of holistic massage from Japan.
I mean, if it's from like
Is that just
heaven...
because the massage is like heavenly?
Yeah, I'm guessing so.
I guess so. But it's like, oh, we massage the whole body, so it all of your parts, all of your systems are connected. So just doing the muscles wouldn't be enough. It sounded like some real fucking new age bollocks that wouldn't do anything.
And then once you're fully relaxed, the masseuse flies into the air and like cleaves you in two with a laser beam. It's great.
I think I could do with that after today, to be honest. Just
What, getting-
slice me right down the middle.
That's getting cleaved into a laser beam.
That's the bit I'm after.
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
Harder, Daddy.
So we go from a monster that we have fought literally twice to a monster that I think we might have fought once. I'm not even sure anymore.
Oh no,
How
I
much-
thought the other three on way more.
Oh, well, you two have. And there, Andy has spoiled what we're fighting next week. It's the Alatreon. So join us for that one, if you would. Until then...
They can find us on Twitter at Monster Mash Pod. We're also on Facebook, iTunes, YouTube. Just search for Monster Mash Podcast. Give us a rate and review, a like and subscribe. Tell all your friends. And please tweet at AndyMan949 your favourite anime.
Still would have done that one before.
Also, just don't, cunts.
Tweet at AndyMan949 any Domino's vouchers, codes that you have so he can get himself a pizza.
There we
That's
go.
fair.
Yeah.
That time's charm.
Until then, keep it tight, cheeks. And thanks for listening.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Engage the quest.
This would look
They
good.
give potions.
Oh yeah, I took 2 sets of potions and put
Absolute cunt.
Oh, I forgot this guy's a real prick as well, isn't he?
He looks pretty cute though.
Yeah, big little flying fish.
He's a proper weeb monster as well.
Yeah, I hope you know lots about him because I have nothing
I
to
have.
say about this guy.
I'm literally just going to be ripping off a Gaijin Hunter video, but that's cool. Also, I've already thought of like several X-Men references, so that's going to be a thing.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Storm.
Oh yeah, it's obviously Storm.
What happens when a toad is struck by lightning? Fucking stupid film. How did that
Have
woman
you
win
seen-
an Oscar?
no, have you
How
seen-
did that woman...
Have you seen the interview where Joss Whedon tries to justify that joke?
Wait, he wrote that?
He was involved in the script, but he thought that what happens to a frog when it's struck by lightning? It croaks. It was a common joke, so that people would be expecting that punchline and find it funny when she gave a different one. But that is not how it worked
a
out.
Joke? Like, I don't-
I mean, that's like... The only thing I can think of that's similar to that is the fucking bit in Back to the Future where they're like, make like a tree and get out
Get out of here! Yeah.
But
yeah, you probably can't rely on people already knowing the joke, can you?
well, that one worked, but... Oh, you're mounting this, but that is a cool
Yeah.
mount, actually, like on its head.
That's very cool. Big monster, actually, isn't
That's a
it?
similar amount to Fatalis to do that. Same thing.
It spends so much time in the air, you sort of forget that it's big.
Is Fatalis and Double Cross?
Yeah, that's why we're not doing it for you in our
What do-
mid-season.
What do we have left in for you?
It's not much, man. It's only like 5 monsters.
Mid-season.
It's like Great Jackie, obviously. Gogmazios and a couple in between.
Is Dalmador in it?
Yes, maybe.
Go straight for the two ends.
That's going to involve us playing that game, Luke.
That's what I do in a
whatever you
threesome.
want.
Yeah, I know, man. I know.
Who else is there, I think?
I'm
I barely get enough
playing-
time to play
Yeah,
fucking
when
double
the fuck
cross
is
though.
he around?
Sounds like an elephant when he roars.
Great. Yeah, impersonation is great.
10 out of 10 wood elephant again.
Shut up.
You got a 10, mate.
Would you elephant again, really?
Well, you know. Otherwise,
When-
otherwise I wouldn't have said it.
when did you elephant in the first
Well, you
place?
did. Like, I would take part in your elephant thing. Is what I meant. As
Go
in,
on then.
observe it
Both,
again.
both of you do an elephant
Go on,
impression.
go on.
at the same time
I'm
then.
not doing the elephant, alright? I meant like take.
But you said you would elephant again,
Yeah,
so let's
well,
come on.
Listening to elephanting is elephanting, really, at the end of the day.
What is
Just
this
chatting a lot of shit there,
conversation?
Andy.
I mean, yeah.
Oh shit, he's
I
about to
can't
use lasers
unhear
here.
that now you said that.
Watch out, by the way, this is gonna hurt. Yep, that
I'm
was half my
standing on that fucking rock, bitch.
I did.
Jay's shit. Jay's shit.
Wait.
Just
I'm
as
out.
shit. Just
I'm
as
out.
shit.
Yeah. I couldn't move. Like I couldn't move at all. Like
Yeah, me neither.
I wasn't stunned or anything. Like that was the weird thing. I was like running into the wall and I couldn't tell.
Makes to change it from being your look, eh, Andy?
yeah, never me.
I think the recording will show differently.
Not tonight.
The previous recordings, I should say.
I might never stop. You will be sorry. Ain't no party rocking happening up in my jam.